Hello and welcome to a Math Minute. The topic for this video is factoring a sum or difference of cubes. Now, oftentimes in factoring, there are patterns, and it's a lot of pattern recognition, and there are formulas that kind of fit into these patterns. And for cubes, if you have a sum or a difference of cubes, there is a pattern that we can learn, or a formula that we can learn, and this is how it's laid out. I'll let you read through this if you need to. I'm just going to kind of explain it down here in these problems kind of as we get going. So these two problems, these two examples are both illustrations of sums and difference of cubes. So here's how I begin the factoring process. I'm going to open up a binomial. Notice this first set of parentheses is large enough to fit two terms. And then I'm going to need a trinomial. So I need a set of parentheses a little bit bigger to fit three terms. Like so. Now, I like to go ahead and fill in the signs, okay? So there is a sign pattern. There's an acronym that I like to use. The acronym is SOAP. And the sign patterns are this. You're going to use the same sign. You're going to use the opposite sign. And then you're going to use always plus at the end. So I go ahead and fill in everything except the numbers when I kind of get this started. So notice I've got a subtraction. So I'm going to do the same as the subtraction. I'm going to do opposite of the subtraction. I'm going to do always plus at the end. So I set up what I call kind of like a skeleton of the factoring. Now all I have to do is fill in the numbers and variables and I'll be finished. All right, so we've got an x cubed here, just like the a cubed, which the cube root of that is a. The cube root of x cubed is x. I'm going to drop an x in there. And then the second term of this binomial is just the cube root of the second term. So the cube root of 125 is 5, right? 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So I get those in place first. Now I'm going to jump to the trinomial. And I noticed maybe first the connection between the first term here and the first term there. And likewise the last term to the last term. The first and last terms of this trinomial are simply the squares of these terms. So down here, if I square the x, we get x squared. If I square 5, we get 25. Now, in the middle, that's very simply just these two numbers or variables multiplied together. So I'm just going to take x and 5 and multiply them together. And that's it. That's my process for going through it. I set it up, I get the signs in place, I get the binomial terms, I square them, and I find their product. Okay? Let's do that one more time with a second example. We've got 8x cubed plus 27. So here's my binomial and my trinomial. Notice we've got a plus here, so I want the same, opposite, always plus. Okay, if I take the cube root of 8x cubed, we get 2x. The cube root of 27 is 3. I'm going to take the first term and square it. 2 squared and x squared gives me 4x squared. I'm going to take the 3 and I'm going to square it. Gives me 9. For the middle, I'm going to multiply 2x and 3. And that's it. Okay, that'll do it for this Math Minute. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any questions about the video or suggestions for me to make for future Math Minutes, please leave them in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.